Hello, Taurus. Hello, everyone else. Thank you guys so much for being here. Much love to all of you. Welcome to Fallen Angel. So, Taurus, this is your November 2019 general monthly reading. I like to do 3 for your past, 3 for your present, and 3 for your near future, should nothing change. So, you guys, if there's anything you like about this video, anything that resonated, please feel free to like, subscribe, and to comment. And I do look at the comments. I would love to hear your story. And most importantly, I would love to see how your story could help others. Okay, which is exactly why I'm here, which is exactly why I like to do tarot. It's not about me. I'm only a conduit. And I love to try to help inspire and uplift others. There's so much negativity in the world, you guys. We just need all the positivity we could possibly get. So, thank you guys again for being here. Much love to all of you. Please bear with me. I do have a cold. And as annoying as I may sound a little bit, just bear with me because I promise I will give you guys the best reading I possibly can. Taurus, my little bullies. I can't wait to see what we have here. May I have 3 more, please? I am a Taurus sun as well, so I'm right there with you guys. I'm feeling what you're feeling. I'm going through it too. So I'm here for you. You can find contact information down below. One more. And you can also check out the About Me section. So here we go. Let's get started. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Past, present, future, and then clarifiers for each one. So you guys all together are getting about 20 cards. Taurus, what is up with my bullies? Please cut the deck. Okay, right off the top. Taurus, the Hermit. Some of us could be dealing with a Virgo, but the Hermit in reverse is also about not taking time to introspect on a situation. For some of us, it could be something that is kind of deep. We may need to kind of go deep on a particular situation, something in regards to another person. Okay. Oh God. Oh God. The devil. Taurus. This is nothing we can't handle. I feel like we've really been going through it these past couple of years. For some of us. Some of us are lucky enough not to have to have had like a tower moment for years. It may just be days, weeks, or months. But anywho, we are strong and we are stubborn and we can damn sure do anything we put our minds to. The Hermit in reverse, like I said, could be a Virgo, but we see the same thing here with the Four of Swords. So this is looking inward, introspecting, and finding the answers to your problems by looking inward, finding guidance, finding, you know, that little light bulb that goes off in your head sometimes you don't know where the information came from. If you sit still and you distract yourself with yourself, you'll be better able to hear what it is that your intuition is trying to tell you, what it is that Spirit is trying to tell you. But we're in the reverse here, so some of us are not taking the time to contemplate on a situation. And just like with the Four of Swords here, same thing. Like this guy, this little lamb here is sitting here. He's thinking about what needs to happen. He's not worried about what's happening above. He's just sitting here in his own little power, putting enough time into a situation to think about it, not so much. So there is a situation that some of us may be avoiding, or we're really not giving it our attention. Okay, we'll do clarity to find out more about that, what that is. So the Nine of Wands shows where some of us are kind of feeling spent, like, or we're feeling like, how much more can I take? Because I don't know. Like some of us are ready to tap out because this is about perseverance, right? This kind of sums it up. If you start at the bottom and you really want to go to the top, look at all this crap we have to go through just to get to the top. Like this is kind of like our lives for the past X amount of time for some of us. But altogether, you guys, this is just encouragement to keep the faith and to keep going because your faith is being tested. You know, 9s, you're almost at completion. 10s, you're at completion. So, what do we have next? We have the Son of Wands. Could be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius because this is all about fire and this is all about taking action in some regards. This guy is going to be led with his energy. He's got plenty of energy. We'll do clarity to find out more about what it means. And the Tower. So the Tower's in reverse here. So what that means is there is something that you guys are well aware of, quite possibly, unless you're in denial about something, but something is building up here. Because it's not something that has just happened. It's something that needs to happen. The dam needs to break in some regard so we can transition and transpire and rise above a situation. This is possibly taking action, right? Because he's looking towards the Tower arrow points that way, right? Like, he needs to take action in something that needs to give. Something needs to give so we can be free and we can free ourselves mentally, emotionally from a situation. And some of us are trying to keep the faith. We're struggling with our faith. We're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. We're feeling kind of hopeless in some regard. Okay? And that makes me sad. That makes me sad. This is what we need, you guys. This is our outcome here. So this is the strength card. Could be a Leo, but I don't so much see that for all of us. What I see, though, is a need for strength and that willpower. I got 2 lions. See? This, you guys, this is us. This is that inner beast. Like, we got this, right? It takes a lot to piss us off and to push us. But when you do, and you get to that point where there's no return, you better watch out. Like... the horns will come out. But yeah, so we still have feelings though, right? We can't go around acting hard all the time because we still are humans. We have feelings. This is what we need. This is confidence. So I see, despite what we're going through, I feel like possibly we will get through this tower moment and then we'll find a sense of peace within ourselves, because guess what? Somebody did us wrong. Somebody hurt us. And for some of us, this is going to be a residual fear of this happening again, right? Because here's a bull, go figure. Here's a bull, maybe it's a buffalo, my bad. Don't, whatever. Anyways, it's some kind of animal that was stabbed in the back. This animal did not see it coming. Perhaps there was someone close to you that hurt you. And this is kind of a fear of that happening again. You are kind of fearing the end of something. There's something that needs to end here, and you are fearing the end of it happening here, right? I said before, 10s are an end. But they're also a new beginning, you guys. Everything in life happens for a season. You have to go with the flow. You have to end things to start new things, right? It's just a way of life. So for some of us, there's some regard here to how we are working in regards to others, or perhaps someone being kind of dysfunctional and not really working in harmony with others when you have the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Because typically in the upright, okay, sorry about that. So typically in the upright, we have people starting at the bottom, working together for a common cause. Everybody's respecting each other. Everybody's getting the props that they deserve, complimenting, etc., etc. Not so much. So I feel like somebody's really throwing things off balance. Somebody is probably the one to blame for this, and you know who they are. Could quite possibly be the damned old devil. Okay, guys, sorry for the frequent pauses. I am a mama and I am a wife, so family commitments. All right, the devil, quite possibly this mean old person right here could be this guy. Could also be a Capricorn, but really, truly, the hooves dig deep and they burn. This is something that has an unhealthy hold on us. It could be the way that we're thinking that's destructive. It could be behaviors that are destructive. Could be a toxic relationship, person, addiction, etc., etc. Anything that is truly unhealthy, that is not serving your greatest good, blame it on this guy. But you also need to know this is voluntary. You can break away from him and just know you are not going to change the devil. The devil changes you. We see arguments. We see arguments behind him. We also see a control freak with the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Greed, materialism, excessive controlling, arguments with the 5 of Wands. So I feel like there is obviously here, you guys, a situation that's not serving our best interest, our higher good. This is voluntary though, you guys. So the step here is to first identify the problem, right? And then take appropriate action. But some of us are, I feel like we know, but it's so painful and it's so deep that it's not going to be easy. But you really have to truly decide what you deserve. 4, please. What you deserve and what you are willing to give yourself despite what somebody is not giving you. Okay? All right, clarity. This is for starting with the Hermit all the way through the Devil. Okay. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Okay. All right, let me cut the deck here. Let's see what's up. Clarity, please. Thank you. All right. Three of Swords. Yep. That's where we were stabbed in the back. And I see some anxiety. Oh, you guys. Oh, let me show you something. Hold on. You're going to like this. All right. The Justice card. What goes around comes around. We all get ours in the end. So Three of Swords. Obviously, we're having a hard time concentrating. We are having a hard time looking in because perhaps we're distracted. We were hurt. We were stabbed in the heart. There was some kind of painful separation or betrayal with the Three of Swords, but this is getting over that. So this is kind of the residual. This happened in the past, and some of us are still coming back to it. It's kind of like when the past is still there, right? But the important thing to remember, and one of the biggest things that I've struggled with in my life, is letting the past be the past, because the past cannot hurt you. What has happened is done. It's done. It's over with. And we just kind of have to deal with our thoughts, right, about the past and how we keep living in the past and reliving the past and bringing the past to the present. This is a time for truly letting things go and looking within and finding your own power, because nobody can love you like you can love yourself. And we shouldn't expect someone else to love us just so we can love ourselves. Four of Swords. So not thinking about a situation. This is that mental clarity with the King of Swords. Could also be a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. This is clarity. This guy, he's going to tell you how it is. He's going to know the truth. You can't really bullshit him. You can't lie to him because he's going to know. He's great at discernment. He's going to give good advice. He can also be something like a legal person. Someone that's very respectable, and like I said, he is going to tell it like it is because he knows what he's talking about. He's got a clear mind. He's great at discernment, and I feel like some of us are not having a clear mind. We have kind of a cloudy thing going on here, and we see it. I see it here with the Nine of Swords. So, but there is a breakthrough coming for you. I feel like there's something in the way of your breakthrough, though, because you have two nines, right? I said the tens are completion. That's your breakthrough. So you're struggling, you're trying to keep the faith, but it's giving you anxiety. And for some of us, it's keeping you up at night because it freaking hurts. Even though this is in your head and it's mental, there are emotions tagged to that, and it hurts like hell. So a lot of us, but this is what we're doing to ourselves, right? Because despite what somebody else does, we still have the power to control how much we affect ourselves. I think it was Wayne Dyer that said, what someone does to you is their karma. What you do in return is your karma, right? And obviously those that hurt us would love to see us like this. So why give them the damn pleasure of it? It's not easy. No, hell no, it's not easy. Especially when you have feelings and it seems like some people around you don't. But looky here, you guys. Justice. This is fairness. This is taking accountability. You keep being honest. You keep being your true self. They are getting caught up with. Justice is on your side. You really, truly don't have to do anything. And again, this could come back to an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. Karma does have a little role here. But for some of us, this could have to do with... I'm so sorry about the background noise right now, you guys. Some of this could have to do with a legal situation. And I also see that here with the King of Swords, right? Because sometimes he's like a lawyer or a judge. Obviously, with the Justice, this is like the legal system on earth, like the law of cause and effect. But this is taking accountability, and this is where we get what we have been giving, right? It comes back to us. So let's move on just a little bit. See this right here, you guys, with the Six of Swords in reverse. I see hesitation. I see where we're wanting to move on, but we're not moving on. We're having a very difficult time making this transition. This guy is taking his family and he's leaving. He's moving on to better things. Not so much here, right? The tower. You're not allowing the tower to fully fall so you can rebuild. And you could possibly be doing that out of fear because you don't know what's going to happen next. But sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith. You can only go off of what you know now and data from now, right? You have no way to know for sure what's going to happen. But don't allow that to, if you're like, well, I just got to wait and see if this is going to happen before I make my decision. No, don't give your power away. Figure out what is going to work best for you. I mean, if it's truly painful, perhaps just try a different perspective, okay? Just a different perspective here. Step back a little bit, see it from the overall, and then make your decision, because something needs to give here. And it's just going to get more painful if you don't appropriately deal with it. So the world upside down. Obviously, we feel like our world has been turned upside down, right? With the world in reverse. For some of us, there's a lack of closure. We did not get closure on a situation. Something was not accomplished. We were possibly working on it for a long time. Perhaps there was something going on for a very long time, and we're waiting on this finished product, or we were waiting to see success, right? Because sometimes this is like a marriage, a birth, you know, graduation type thing, something that has been going on for a while, and then there's success. You see it come to life. You see, you know, what you've been waiting on. Not so much here. Lack of closure, which is possibly why we're having trouble with our faith. We are struggling with hope. We are struggling to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You guys, Spirit knows this, because you're being encouraged, like I said, to have the confidence. And then with the Seven of Pentacles, here's the good thing about this. With the Seven of Pentacles, you are looking to see the fruits of your labor. You're like, well, I've been doing this. I've been doing A, B, and C. So where is D, E, and F, right? But the thing about the Seven of Pentacles, it's not the Eight of Pentacles. So therefore, there's possibly more work that needs to go into it. Or there needs to be a step back. There needs to be something reevaluated, because guess what, you guys? You did get the Eight of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse. So this also shows how you're kind of spinning your wheels. I feel like a lot of us, despite the progress we think we're making, we really truly need to take a different perspective on a situation and figure out, what can I do to improve? What could I possibly do to test this out, to try something different, right? This is another one of those things you guys will hear me say all the time, to keep in mind the things that you can control, right? How you feel, how you act, what you do. It's not always easy, but with a lot of work, you can do that. So, yeah, so this is where something you put a lot of hard work into possibly didn't pay off. But now, you guys, it's time to work on yourself. It's time to love yourself. There is something from the past here. It could be something with children. There is something from the past. Maybe someone surfacing from the past. But we also see kids here, and kind of kids being significant. So that will pertain to some of you, but not all of you. Could be someone from the past issues. The Six of Cups, it's kind of like getting down to your roots. So if you're finding imbalance and disharmony with something, you may want to evaluate your role. Again, like I just said before, see what you can do to try to make things better. And everything else, you guys, you can't really do anything about other people. You can just control yourself. So just so you know, there could be a past issue that arises, and it's kind of like where we keep being presented with issues, kind of like the same issues, like when you find yourself saying, why does this keep happening to me? It's because we have lessons that we have yet to learn. And the universe is going to keep giving us those lessons just so we have an opportunity to learn from them. So I find that the solution that you guys feel is the solution for what you're dealing with, it's quite possible it may not be, or you may need to tweak it a little bit. Okay? So don't be surprised if there is something else that comes up from the past, okay? But there could be someone coming up that is not exactly keeping the peace, so to speak, because with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. All right? So, last thing here, you guys, underneath, the Knight of Wands. Again, this is about taking action. There is some action that needs to take place in dealing with the devil. I feel like you guys are being told to give the devil the freaking boot. It's time for the devil to leave. It's time for you guys to love yourself. Could be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius right here. And again, this could be a Capricorn. But zodiac aside, you got to take action to contend with this guy. Okay? Figure out what you deserve. Figure out what you truly want. And give it to yourself. All right? You know what, guys? Also, too, the thing about the world in reverse, it speaks of closure, but closure truly is overrated. I mean, what is closure? It's kind of like when people ghost people. Like, no answer is an answer. I would not even worry about that. No answer is an answer. And closure is something that closure truly comes down to what you can give yourself, right? Because even if somebody was like, I don't love you anymore, I don't want anything to do with you, Oh, gosh. Okay, well, you know how they feel, but does that necessarily mean you're going to get closure? No, closure comes from acceptance and forgiveness, right? Even if it's forgiving yourself for being so stupid for putting up with an asshole. You know what I mean? Just trying to be funny, but yeah, acceptance and forgiveness. All right, you guys, I love you, and you should love yourself too. I really do, and I wish you guys the very best. Thank you for being a part of this video. Much love and many blessings. Remember, you guys, it's all over the board. Remember the things that you can control. We're freaking stubborn. I get it. I get it. I totally get it. But just keep in mind the things you can control, and everything else, you guys, as I always say, let it ride. Don't worry about it. Let it go. Much love and many blessings to all of you. I hope I hear from you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace.